Section B focuses on ethics and professionalism, representing 20% of the examination syllabus. This section emphasizes the ethical responsibilities, professional conduct, and behavioral standards required of internal auditors in modern organizations. Candidates learn that integrity, objectivity, confidentiality, and competency form the foundation of professional auditing practice. The curriculum explains how ethical behavior strengthens stakeholder trust, protects organizational reputation, and supports effective governance processes. Internal auditors are expected to demonstrate professional judgment, accountability, and independence while performing assurance and advisory services in increasingly complex operational, financial, technological, and regulatory environments. A primary focus of this section is integrity, which serves as the cornerstone of the internal audit profession. Candidates study how auditors must apply honesty, fairness, and professional courage when addressing ethical dilemmas or difficult organizational situations. The syllabus emphasizes legal and professional behavior in all circumstances, regardless of external pressure or conflicting interests. Internal auditors are expected to remain truthful, transparent, and consistent when communicating findings, evaluating evidence, and interacting with management or stakeholders. Integrity also requires auditors to avoid actions that could damage professional credibility or public confidence in the audit function. These principles ensure auditors maintain independence of thought and contribute to ethical organizational cultures and responsible decision-making practices. Objectivity is another major topic addressed in Section B because unbiased judgment is essential to reliable audit conclusions. Candidates learn how self-review threats, familiarity bias, and conflicts of interest can impair objectivity during audit engagements. The syllabus explains how organizations and audit leaders should implement safeguards to minimize these risks, including reassignment of auditors, outsourcing certain engagements, or disclosing impairments when necessary. Learners also examine situations where accepting gifts, rewards, or favors may compromise professional independence or create perceptions of bias. By understanding these risks and safeguards, internal auditors develop the ability to make impartial evaluations and provide balanced recommendations that stakeholders can trust and rely upon confidently. Section B also highlights the broad range of knowledge, skills, and competencies required to fulfill internal audit responsibilities effectively. Candidates study the importance of written and verbal communication skills for preparing reports, conducting presentations, and engaging with stakeholders. The curriculum emphasizes analytical thinking, research capabilities, and problem-solving skills needed to evaluate complex business environments and identify practical solutions. Auditors are also expected to develop negotiation, persuasion, and relationship-building skills that support teamwork and constructive collaboration across departments. Additionally, the syllabus encourages adaptability, change management capabilities, and curiosity, recognizing that successful internal auditors must continuously learn and respond effectively to emerging business risks, technologies, and regulatory expectations. Due professional care is another critical component of ethics and professionalism emphasized throughout the syllabus. Candidates learn that internal auditors must exercise sound judgment, professional skepticism, and careful evaluation when conducting engagements. The program explains that due professional care involves assessing organizational objectives, governance structures, risk management processes, and internal controls while considering the likelihood of significant errors, fraud, or non-compliance. Internal auditors are expected to evaluate whether engagement costs are justified relative to expected benefits and organizational value. Professional skepticism also requires auditors to critically assess the reliability of information rather than accepting evidence without question. These principles strengthen audit quality and support objective, evidence-based conclusions during audit engagements. Confidentiality and the appropriate use of information are also fundamental responsibilities addressed in Section B. Candidates study how auditors must protect sensitive organizational information and comply with applicable laws, regulations, policies, and audit methodologies. The syllabus emphasizes respect for privacy, ownership of information, and secure handling of confidential data obtained during engagements. Internal auditors are expected to avoid unauthorized disclosure or misuse of information for personal gain or inappropriate purposes. Learners also examine methods for safeguarding electronic and physical records to maintain trust between auditors and stakeholders. Maintaining confidentiality strengthens organizational confidence in the internal audit function and supports ethical relationships that enable auditors to perform their duties effectively and responsibly. Overall, Section B Ethics and Professionalism establishes the behavioral and professional standards that guide every aspect of internal auditing practice. The curriculum integrates ethical principles, objectivity safeguards, competency development, due professional care, and confidentiality responsibilities into a comprehensive framework for professional conduct. Candidates who master this section develop the integrity, judgment, communication skills, and ethical awareness required to operate effectively in complex organizational environments. The syllabus also reinforces the importance of lifelong learning and professional development in maintaining competence and adapting to evolving business challenges. By applying these principles consistently, internal auditors strengthen organizational governance, support stakeholder confidence, and uphold the credibility and reputation of the internal audit profession worldwide.